What's going on, everyone? So welcome back, and today I want to talk about this company called SOS. So I've been seeing a lot of people sharing this on social media and all over the forums and everything. So I figured I'd just do my own research into the company, share some of my thoughts on things that I found that I know you definitely want to hear about, because there's some things that I've noticed that no one has mentioned yet. Yet I found this, and I think it's really important to know before you make any sort of decisions. And just remember, before I get any further, that nothing in this video is financial advice. Make sure you do your own research before making any investments. And make sure you guys go down below and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more updates on the market. But let's go over back to SOS and let's get the current price. And right now the market is closed, so it's at $7.44. And this company, and again, this is just my own opinion, right off the bat, I personally found it difficult to figure out what they actually do, right? So they have a bunch of buzzwords and, the technical definitions, but like in a short, simple sentence, I found it very difficult to just figure out like, hey, this is what this company does. Apparently they do a bunch of things, but I'll show you the more like the technical definitions on the website soon. But right off the bat, I think some people would forget is that they have stuff about blockchain and cryptocurrency, which is recent. And that seems to be like the big news and talking about how they're going into Bitcoin mining and all that stuff. And if you have no idea what cryptocurrency, Bitcoin mining, all that stuff is, I'll give you some more details in a second. But before that, like if you check the 5-year mark, and this is something I think people definitely want to check, is they actually were trading at a pretty good price, 60-ish, give or take, 70, all the way up to 100 plus. And then just tanks, like just goes basically dead to almost, sub 2-ish, one couple cents, sub 1, see that 70 cents, give or take. And then all of a sudden, just recently, they announced blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and then it spikes up. So I think a lot of people who've never followed cryptocurrency before, they don't understand the power of what the keyword blockchain or cryptocurrency does to a company. So I think that's something I want to share with you in this video to make sure you actually understand that before you just get into something thinking it's like some crazy new, mega tech company that you can get into, make a bunch of money, right? So that's something you want to make sure you check into, but that's really something interesting in terms of the historical past of this business. But let's actually just take a look at their just general information first, in case you don't know what that SOS is. And then I'll share with you some crazy findings that I found that people just they're not mentioning. So here, before we get into it, you can see this on FinBiz. It's basically, they state a technology company. They provide marketing, data, technology, solutions for emergency rescue services to corporate and individual members. And they have another thing. It operates this SOS Cloud Emergency Rescue Service software. And it's as a SaaS, which is essentially a service platform that offers basic cloud products, medical rescue, etc. You can see here. So when I say like it's hard to understand like what they do, it's because there's so many things in this description that like if I were just to read it to you, it would just go straight through your head, because most people with like intelligent big data, intelligent software, like what does that mean to the normal person? Like they don't understand that stuff, right? Obviously, if you're more technical, you get it, but like there's so many things in here that I find it hard to explain to like, a little kid, like, hey, this is what SOS does, right? But that's just my opinion. I'm just stating off that. But definitely, if you have links to like white papers or, documents showing like exactly their business and everything, let me know. But right now here on FinBiz, it's just stating, let's go to the net income minus. So they're both negative for these years. Nothing's here yet. So actual revenues, 40 million, 75. And now the main thing it seems like everyone's all hyped about is that they got into cryptocurrency and blockchain. So let's actually go over here to this article and see 5 things to know about blockchain security play SOS Limited. So I'm not going to go through the whole entire article, but they state here, this guy here, Dr. Yan, apparently he's really well versed in cryptocurrency with expertise in mining. And in case you don't know what Bitcoin mining is, it's just a way, which I'll show you on this next site, because this is an actual company that does it and they're actually doing really well with it. And then you kind of have more of a visual. But if you already know what it, then you know. But essentially they got him on the team, and he's eventually going to take care of that, do his knowledge in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin mining space. But here's some things right here. So little key points. It's a tech company based out of China that focuses on emergency services. Right, so that's like the main short summary. This has it offering its cloud and marketing services to several members of the emergency rescue markets. And that includes insurance companies, financial institutions, medical institutions, etc. And the main goal is to transform digital technology into data-driven operations. And then it does this through its research and development of big data, cloud computing, IoT, blockchain, AI, etc. Right? So, and for the normal person who's never researched into this stuff, might not even understand what that means. So I think that if they had a better way of just saying exactly what that is versus using like, blockchain, right? For people who don't understand cryptocurrency, they might not even know what that means. They just see like a big buzzword or AI, etc. But I just wanted to show you that's like a quick highlight, and they have the main thing is this blockchain cryptocurrency mining that they added. And I can go back to FinBiz and let me just take a look. So here's the article. I'm not going to click on it, but I mean, you can see this on any the stock websites about this like 5,000 PCs for mining. And they basically got it ahead of schedule. Apparently, they're rigged so they can start mining Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And then here's Riot Blockchain. So this is a company that their focus is on Bitcoin mining. And they're saying this like a comparison, but like look at this. So this is like these warehouses, and essentially for the ones that actually make money and they do it profitable, they have these massive warehouses with all these computers just running 24/7. And the main problem with Bitcoin mining, because people used to do this like at their house, they have these like gaming setups, and the issue is it uses up so much electricity and power that you end up paying more for like electricity than what you're making on Bitcoin, because these companies that have these mega warehouses are just taking all the Bitcoin from you. In return, you essentially aren't making that much. And now obviously as Bitcoin cryptocurrency becomes more popular, more people are trying to do it. There's documentaries on YouTube that you can see of like these Bitcoin mining rigs, and they're insane, like they're massive. And there's some in China too. I saw one video about it. And in short, let me explain to you like what Bitcoin mining is, in case you're like, how does this make sense? But like the most simple term is these computers, they're solving this super complex mathematical problem, and essentially whichever one solves it first gets rewarded the Bitcoin. That's why they have like these thousands of computers. And essentially that's like the short basic explanation. But you want to check out more detailed videos in case you're more interested in seeing like the actual how it works, right? But that's the main thing that SOS right now, people in forums and so on social media are stating, like they got the rigs, they can start mining it. And in return, as Bitcoin cryptocurrency prices go up, then as they get some more cryptocurrency through mining, they'll start to make more money, etc. And then that's basically their way of tapping into that cryptocurrency space, right? So now here's what's interesting that I haven't seen yet anybody talk about this. Maybe I just haven't seen a post or whatever, but there's this post on Reddit, and it's essentially showing Kevin OLeary, which if you're from the States, he's a very famous man, makes a lot of money. He's on the Shark Tank show, or was, I don't know if he's still on there yet, but famous for being on Shark Tank. And there's videos, he's talking about SOS, what they do, and just generally just basically mentions them in this video, right? And I looked at the video, and at first I thought this was fake. I thought this was like a deep fake. They use his face. But then I noticed obviously this background isn't real, because this looks like a Shark Tank style setup. And like it's like, why would he be filming this in like the Shark Tank looking studio? Maybe this is like his house or whatnot. But then I remembered that there's this website that maybe many people might not be familiar with, but I'm well aware of this company. And essentially, it's a site where people can pay celebrities or influencers to basically say whatever they want to. So I looked at this background, right? And I can play it too in case you think this is like a picture. And you can even Google this too, like Kevin OLeary, SOS, Reddit. So he's actually speaking here. And it goes on for like a minute. And then if you go to this, so take right now, look at this background, okay? Now go to here. This is a site called Cameo. So if you've seen this before, I don't know if it's famous like outside the States, but in the US, I'm sure people have probably seen it. It's essentially you pay Kevin OLeary right now. He's asking for $1,200, and he'll make like a quick, less than 60-second video just doing whatever. Like if you want to say happy birthday to your friend or whatever, you can pay him $1,200, and he'll be like, hey, happy birthday, Johnny, or whatever. That's essentially like what this website is, right? So you remember the background I was showing you. Check this out. You scroll down, look, exact same background, literally identical. So what I think people aren't realizing is two things. One, someone could have paid Kevin OLeary to mention SOS and like because what they do is they give you like an exact prompt, and then he just like goes in here, and I don't want to sit here and play this, but like you can go in here and play, and you can see it's literally identical to this right here. So when people are in these Reddit forums, these posts are like saying, oh, Kevin OLeary endorses it, everything like that, they literally just went into this website, paid him, or the company could have done it too. You never know. I don't know who did it. Maybe the actual company did it too. But again, like there's nothing stopping someone else, I guess. I don't know how Cameo works. I haven't used it, but I'm guessing someone could have just paid him, right? And then gave him the little prompt. And the next thing you know it, they start sharing this on social media, and everyone's like, "Oh, Mr. Shark Tank is endorsing this. This might be something to look into." But that's something I'd say is a good or bad thing, because this could be legit, where he actually saw the company, was like, "Okay, this is cool." But also remember, if you're taking it out of context, like how would you feel if you notice like, oh, someone just paid this guy that's really well known couple $1,000 and then he just talks about it, right? So just keep that in mind. Doesn't mean he's saying anything bad or good. That's just me. I just want to share with you so that you're well aware that, hey, this isn't exactly what it seems like. Because I noticed a lot of comments on these forums and everything about SOS. It's like, oh, Shark Tank Kevin O'Leary, he talked about it, blah blah blah. Well, at least say that, like, hey, this is where he got it from, right? So that's just my insight I found. That was really interesting. And this is one thing too. So I've been following cryptocurrency space for quite a while, like for many years, and I noticed a lot of people who are just getting in stocks might not even understand what that is. They might just see Bitcoin and cool. And this is something that if you've been in the game for a long time, you know this stuff. But if you're not, be very, very careful, because you could easily get burnt. And this one thing is, again, this company could do wonders and go crazy. But again, I'm just saying these are just my own thoughts and opinions. Remember that anytime companies they use the buzzwords like cryptocurrency, blockchain, etc., what ends up happening, at least for the normal stocks I've noticed, is that they go crazy. So like, for instance, here's an article back in 2017. I remember this one company, their stock went insane because they just had this blockchain word in their actual title of the stock. And I actually looked up the article just to confirm, to show you guys proof, because this was a couple years ago, so it's like hard to remember the company. But look at this. If you can Google this too. Company added the word blockchain to its name, and I believe it was like Long Island or like Long Blockchain, some like tea company, I think. If I go back and check, where is it at? Yeah, Long Island iced tea. And I don't have my my subscription, so I can't continue the article. But literally, I'll make sure that's not playing. But yeah, literally, Long Island iced tea soars after. Yeah, let me pause really quick. Long Island iced tea soars after changing its name to Long Blockchain. So this company literally has nothing to do with cryptocurrency, whatever. They just changed it, and boom, their stock goes crazy. So again, this company apparently is mining all that stuff. But just keep that in mind, that those keywords, that's something to be, I'd say, do heavy research into. Not just listen to some guy on social media, just like myself, like, oh, okay, hey, he said it's good, whatever. Because that's something that people aren't doing their due diligence on, and they don't even think about that. They just think, oh, this is blockchain, cryptocurrency is the future. Yet, I mean, there's literally 1,000 companies that are doing cryptocurrency, blockchain already that aren't on the stock market. They're just straight up their own cryptocurrency business and company. So keep that in mind. But in terms of short term, long term, I can't give you really predictions on this because I don't really know. It's hard to understand this company's specialty and what they are doing different compared to other competitors. But definitely, if you have resources that could enlighten me on that, let me know in the comments below. And if you guys made it this far in the video and you want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, then you can go in the description below and click on that link. And then when you sign up and deposit $100 or more into your account, you'll receive 2 free stocks. I'll also receive 2 free stocks as well if you use my link, and that benefits both of us. And this is a limited offer, so if you guys want to get into it, you can do it now. And aside from that, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below your thoughts and any other research that you found on SOS, and I'll see you in the next video.